Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kayla Agiesta, and today I will talk about the South African English accent. African English is similar to Australian English because of the variation within it has been classified. E, as in kid, is split between the realizations E and E in general, in E and E in broad. The split is an allophonic variation with the frontal realization occurring near velar and palatal consonants, and the more central one occurring elsewhere. A slightly raised A is the usual realization for A, as in trap, in cultivate and general. In broad varieties, it is often raised to A, so that A and crosses on A for some speakers. A good example for this is South Africa. Sounds more like South Africa. A, as in lot, range from A to O, notes a tendency towards A in younger Cape Town and Natal speakers. The norm for A, as in face, in cultivate and general varieties is A, notes a tendency for the onset to be opener. The further one deviates from the standard. Even to A, broad South African English is characterized by the onset being both open and back. The cultivate South African English realization of I, as in price, is close to I. In general and broad, the articulation of the first element is often monophthongized to A. In broad, the first element is somewhat back, but more forward and higher than A. In all varieties, I, as in choice, is usually I. The onset can be as low as A for older cultivated South African English speakers. B, b, t, d, k, g. The voiced and voiceless plosive are distinctive in South African English, and voiceless plosive are generally unaspirated in all positions in broad South African English. Other varieties aspirate a voiceless plosive before a stressed syllable. The contrast is neutralized in word. Broad speakers tend to pronounce T, D with some dentition. Fricatives and affricative. F, F, V, T, D, S, Z, Sh, J, X. In African English, is one of the very few varieties to have a velar fricative phoneme, X. But this only in words borrowed from Afrikaans. Of 30 unique diphthongs has been identified. The English and Afrikaans diphthongs are similar, but no diphthongs are shared between the two languages, mainly due to the use of the last vowels in English. In the African language, diphthongs occur only during code switching one and are not intrinsic to the language themselves. A number of diphthongs which occur across words boundaries in spontaneous speech are also included in alphabet. For example, in the Afrikaans word 20, we say 23. Examples include Afrikaans words hi, is, his, or the Afrikaans mother tongue pronunciation of the English word about. Of course, there is a South African vocabulary. Some words peculiar to South African English includes tekkies, tekkie or tekkie for sneakers in American, or trainers in British, bakkie for a pickup truck, lekker for nice, and jol for party. The different vocabulary in American English and African English is same for drugstore. In America, we usually say tuxedo, but in African English, we say dinner jacket. For trash and gas stations in America, we say the African people would say dustbin and petrol. Some of the South African English vocabulary is based on another language from Africa, like braai for barbecue, Kayla for a taxi or police car, mama for mom, and you for you all. Alright, that's all for me, and thank you for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.